My brakes. This is why I drive so bad, because my brakes are still behind.
I want to show you this angle, my favorite angle of the car. Just look at that. At 173 cm and Nick, I'm really hitting my head. Shouldn't do that too many times.
I know it's weird to say this, I'm Porsche owner. Handles better than the Porsche. Okay, it's a 2.2 ton car. Let's see.
Before the video starts, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Expel Malaysia. Now, many may know them for some of the best paint protection films out in the market, but they also produce excellent window tints. It not only has superior heat rejection, but it has amazing clarity. I've used both Prime XR Plus and Prime XP, and I have never been more satisfied. Do check out the website for more information on the products and network of distributors throughout Malaysia. With that, please enjoy the rest of the video.
It seems like electric cars are here to stay, and if electric cars will be the common mode of transportation, would it be nice to drive? Would it be fun to drive? Well, what better way to experience the Audi e-tron GT than in the track in Sepang? So let's go.
646 PS and 830 Nm of torque, dual electric motor and 2-speed gearbox. 0 to 100 in 3.3 seconds. That's on paper. The all-new Audi RS e-tron GT boasts good numbers. But what about the things that are not written on spec sheets, i.e. how the car drives? It has quite a bit of tech bits for the driving dynamics. Rear-wheel steering, a really smart adaptive suspension, and specifically for the RS e-tron, a controlled rear differential lock for the Audi's signature Quattro all-wheel drive. But I can't help but to wonder, how does it compare to its all-electric German cousin, the Porsche Taycan?
Bad to leave my brains behind again. This is why I drive so bad, because my brains are still behind. Good one, bro, good one. Hey guys, so we're here in the RS e-tron, and what we're way to start the video by doing a launch control. Alright, so here's how we do it. There's a little button here. We're gonna set it to launch click, or a little click first. Oh, okay, there you go. Lap stat acceleration management. Okay, so let's do 1 to 100. Okay, they say it's 0 to 100 in 3.3 seconds. So let's see what happens. Okay, full on the brake, full on the throttle. Let's go. My brains. Oh, my poor brains. Okay, let's get up into the track and see how it drives. Now, most people will think you'll drive like a Taycan, right? But my first few laps, I think it drives a little bit better. Actually, it's sharper and actually much more easier to drive. I'm pushing the corner and using the rear to just push it out. Bit of understeer, but the adaptive suspension, the rear-wheel steering is really smart. The brakes though has quite long travel, so not very sporty. But that's fine because this is a GT Cruiser. This is not a sports car, but you know what? It can leave some good lap times on Sepang as well if you so wish to do it. Alright, little brake, turn in and lean in and throttle out. Oh my god, it's so easy to go fast in this car. Tap on the brakes, release, brake transfer out. Oh my gosh, okay. You gotta lean into the electronics. But you know what, it's actually quite fun. Okay, quite addictive. Now I got the swing of it. Let's go for a second round, shall we? Okay. Last round, okay, yeah? Okay, go for it. Alright, so I think I demonstrated one way to drive it. Car understeers, keep the foot on the throttle, let the car do its magic, right? Which does it really well. I think in this day and age, these cars are so powerful and a lot of drivers are not that skilled. Having this electronics do the work actually is not that bad, right? It's actually a good thing. I mean, it's 830 Newton meters of torque, right? In just I'm trying to bring, there's a lot of torque. So if you don't have these safety systems, it's very intimidating to extract the power from the car. Alright? So let's see, what if I just go and drive a little bit more on my terms. Heavy braking, alright, and then lift off, turn in. Okay, it's a 2.2 ton car at turn 9. Let's see. Expecting the rear to come out a bit. It tends to bias a bit more understeer, but it's for safety. That's fine. Wow, that rear wheel steer really is something, isn't it? Okay. And that's my stint. Oh, I'm mightily impressed. I know it's weird to say this, I'm Porsche owner, handles better than the Porsche. Okay, it's not a car that you want to drive around the track. What it does on the track is where you actually see its dynamics being put together. It's really, really good. Doesn't feel intrusive. It's supportive. Steering feeling is actually really good. Only criticism is the brake travel, but again, this is not a supercar. This is not a sports car. That long brake travel is very GT-ish. But my oh my, it's really capable. And now that you just calm down, it's so comfortable. Wow, wow. 2 thumbs up. Very easy to drive fast. Quite natural.
That car was really surprisingly fun to drive. I think I said a lot about the car on the track already. I'm going to leave it on that video. However, I'm going to give you a little summary. I just love how easy is it to drive fast on the track, and given that it's a GT, you wouldn't think that it would handle well, 2.2 tons and stuff like that, but it's actually pretty darn good. And I love how dynamic is it. A bit of understeer, lift off, tuck the tail out, throttle. Man, I'm really, really surprised, okay? So let's talk about the exterior a little bit. Now, I haven't really gone close. This is my first time walking around it, so let's explore a little bit. So right here we have an RS e-tron GT. So this is the highest spec car. I think it prices itself close to 800,000 ringgit, but it does look the part. It does have a nice stance. And with so many Taycans on the road, Taycan seems a little bit narrower. This one looks a bit more, masculine. I love the stance in the front, right? It really has the GT feel, okay? So this is the RS. One thing I noticed about the front, it has the bumper, but it has this crease that forms like the little usual Audi honeycombs. You don't need that anymore because there's no radiator. So now they kind of print it out through the texture. The bumper, pretty smart actually. So the RS variant have a lot of carbon fibers around, right? So you have carbon fiber here, right? We have carbon fiber on the roof, we have carbon fiber over here, right? So in my opinion, I think maybe a little too much because this is a GT. But hell, some people want something a little bit different, right? I would like to see it with a sunroof because again, it's a GT. Okay. Color, by the way, love it. This is the tactical green. I think it's my favorite color amongst all of it. It does remind me a bit of an olive green, but it does change color, morning, night, the night light. Really beautiful. Now, I want to show you this angle, my favorite angle of the car. Look at that. Just look at that. Has a really nice wide stance. What I really love about this compared to the Taycan is it has this really wide and pronounced shoulders. And that's a bit of like the mid-engine supercar kind of look, right? You have the, usually where you have the engine, so that big sloping line as a coupe, coming up, sloping down. And then because you don't have rear seats in a mid-engine supercar, the rear kind of stands out to fit the wide tires, right? They are pretty wide, by the way. I think it's 305 width, so it's pretty wide. So this long flat line gives it that really nice stance and that presence. And with this sharp light coming out here, it extends the roof line, so it kind of looks longer than it is. Really, really slick, right? So here's the arrow. By the way, it's can be activated or switch on or switch off. So up or down. Of course, on track, we leave it on for maximum aerodynamics in the car. Now, one thing about this is finding how to open the boot. To my surprise, I would expect actually a hatch because of normal sloping lines. So maybe we're used to the A5s or S5s or the RS5 coupes. They all have a hatchback. So I was expecting it, but it's not here in the car. Kind of a bummer because, not only it looks good, it's more practical. You can fit more things in the car. As for the boot space, it's not really big actually. I think it will be slightly smaller than the A5 in my, in my guesstimation. You can get the exact numbers online. But it looks like, ingress and egress of unloading and unloading of items should be quite easy, right? Of course, you have automated tailgate as well. Black badges everywhere. And of course, with the RS badge, you get carbon fiber and not scratch tag. Right? So one thing I do like about the e-trons as well is you have frameless doors. Really, really cool. Okay. Now let's take a look at the interior. This is the e-tron Quattro e-tron GT, so it's non-RS, and it doesn't have all the carbon fiber bits. But let's just take a quick look at the interior. Now, first and foremost, you can really see one of the issues that the rear passengers might face. I'm not really tall, I'm probably 5'8", at 173 cm, and I'm really hitting my head. Shouldn't do that so many times. But once you get inside here, it's actually not really spacious. I was expecting myself to find an A5 sedan kind of space, but it's not really that big. I think because of the sloping roof line, it does feel smaller than it is. And I think that's why if you have the sunroof, it would just really change the impression of the car. Yeah. And with the seats, which is so big, as a rear passenger, I get no view. Right? I really get no view. So it's kind of really claustrophobic, you know. So rear seats not as big as it looks from the exterior, okay? But seats really plush, materials amazing, Audi build quality is just really nice. The handle, the leather, and the way all the lines are lined up properly. This is something Audi does really, really well. Okay, let's look at the front seat. There are an option to also have your side cameras be digital. So you have your display, I think here, and then you have that little thing coming out there. I don't really like it. I think it's kind of weird. And of course, in Malaysia, with lots of bikes going around, we might get that nicked off and it'll cost you a bomb to replace it. So I think this will be a better choice. Let me know in the comments, which one would you prefer? Would you prefer a normal side mirror or you want the digital side mirror? Okay, let's get into the interior of the front seat. It's electronically adjustable. Okay, RS1 is slightly different than this one over here. I forgot to mention, by the way, this car has a 2-speed gearbox. Interesting. Both spec has the 2-speed gearbox. Okay. Interior again, very nicely built. Everything's angled a little bit to the driver. I do like this a little bit more than Taycan because now you have actual buttons to press than electronic buttons. I think we should keep buttons as buttons rather than electronics. So yeah, pretty good. Very comfortable. Seats are nice and plush. Leather quality is amazing, or rather pleather nowadays, or e-leather. One thing about Audi's interior design, some people say it's boring, but I like it. I think driving should be focused on the road. If you have interior that's full of, lights and, features and stuff, it kind of distracts you from the driving itself. So I think Audi does it really, really well. Nice, clean. Some people might even say clinical, sterile, but I think it's really, really nice and it will last the test of time. Okay, so yeah, with that, that's a little walk around with the Audi e-tron, whether it's the RS or whether you're getting the Quattro. I think both of them look really, really good. And the price starts, I think, around 690 something with the e-tron GT, and then it goes a little bit higher with the RS. So if you're really going for this, pay a little bit more. I think the RS is a little bit more meaner. As for color, I like that color the best, the tactical green. I shall end this video by showing you the lights. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. And let me know in the comments below what you think about this car. Would you pick this car or pick the Taycan? For me, if I had to pick between these two, it will be this, for its driving dynamics and its looks. Right. So, see you in another video. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and peace out.